Alright, and we return. Let's talk to Rignar first. Eddie's hired me. Let's talk about the stolen artifacts.
So the guard captain's actually looking into it. Excellent.
Not really.
Can't have the Carvane artifact collection lost to some random burglar.
I shall take care of this. What artifacts exactly are missing?
Some amulets, some rings, a katana, all of a Kaviri design. Priceless relics. Very valuable and very well loved by the Count.
Did you see the theft itself? What happened?
I didn't know. I was just doing the rounds here in the castle. I was about to go to bed for the night when I noticed something. Normally there's a little glint in the corner of my eye. The light bouncing off of one of the Akaviri amulets. But this time, nothing. I went to investigate, and the artifacts were gone. I'm sorry I can't be of more use.
I'm done questioning you for now.
Best of luck with your investigation.
Thank you, but we aren't done yet. You're the steward in Castle Bruma then, if I understood correctly.
Indeed I am. I handle the day-to-day business of the county on behalf of the Count, the fair and honorable Desireless Carvane.
Tell me about County Bruma.
County Bruma is the jewel of Cyrodiil. Though the mountains may be frosty, the hearts of our people are as warm as the brightest hearth. Of course, that's not to say that she's perfect. As with any county, we have our fair share of vicious wildlife and shameless brigands. But we don't let that put a dampener on things. That's the Nord way, after all. And Bruma's as Nordic as she is imperial.
That's good to hear.
See ya.
Alright, we won't try and pick that, because we already know that's a mistake. Man, this makes me miss Oblivion.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Desireless Carvane. I have the singular honor of acting as Count of Bruma, defending her walls and ruling over her people. I am young, and I know some use this as ammunition with which to criticize me, but they are short-sighted, and they are foolish. I act in the best interest of Bruma at all times. I will always fight valiantly to defend her from threats both within and without. That is what matters.
That's good to hear. How did the Great War affect Bruma?
It didn't, mostly, and thank the Divines for that. Of course, there were Dominion scouts roaming the Gerals on occasion, but that's to be expected. Minor skirmishes are not what people refer to when they speak of the horrors of the Great War, though. They mean the Battle of the Red Ring. They mean the sacking of Anvil. And these are evils that Bruma was spared. Her walls remain unharmed, and her buildings remain upright. That being said, Cyrodiil herself reels after the Great War, emotionally and psychologically. It took its toll on the whole province, and Bruma is no exception. Bruma may be spared the physical scars of the Great War, but the mental scars, they run just as deep here as they do anywhere.
What's it like being Count of Bruma?
It's a complicated task, let's put it that way. On the one hand, there are the Imperials. On the other, there are the Nords. And then, there are the other cultures to contend with as well. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the Stormcloak uprising in Skyrim has complicated things to a certain extent. But I'm proud to serve Bruma and her people.
Alright.
Farewell.
Welcome to Castle Bruma, seat of County Bruma, jewel of the Gerals and all Cyrodiil.
No. Let's explore the castle a bit. I imagine they had to make... Well... See, I imagine they had to make all these assets their own, because I'm pretty sure you cannot port over any of it from Oblivion itself. So I think that would, No, Sophia, how dare you? Because since it's Bethesda's property or something like that, I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Because I know, Skywind and Skyblivion, I guess I don't know. I'm almost certain that they have to, make all of that themselves. They can't port it over. So I mean, these guys couldn't either.
We've been having problems with smugglers lately. You hear anything about it, you go straight to the guard captain.
Will do. It looks very nice. Sweet rolls. What's this? Thalmor stay here. Gross. How dare you let them? Disgusting people. So this guy wrote a whole book on A Traveler's Guide to Skyrim. Then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do one just for Bruma. Killing before you kill. Indigo?
Are you invisible?
No. I saw you, that's why I sprinted. Because you were in my way. Oh look, it's Talmor. That's right. Yeah, you turn around. You go the other way, bitch. Boots. Gloves. I want to open this and take those. Helmets. Kiros.
You know what's even more satisfying than arresting a criminal?
Killing them.
Rot in a cell.
Well, that's pretty satisfying. They're criminals after all. Heartless fiends.
What do you need?
Who are you?
Greetings.
Greetings. Oh, I see you don't want to speak to me, so...
Hello.
Hello. Didn't I just come?
People say you shouldn't be naked in public,
But when I craft new armors, we're all naked.
Hey,
in
I've heard
public.
of you. The Traveling Master Smith, right? Can you forge me one of your legendary weapons? My arm would thank you.
That's really cool. Yes, that is me. I am a legendary smith at this point, I suppose.
I don't believe I've seen you before. Fascinating. A newcomer to Bruma, is that what we have here?
Ah, so you're the welcome committee, is that it?
A joker, too! Wonderful! Yet another troublemaker for us to keep an eye on. At least if your attempts at sardonicism weren't quite so... posturing. Many before you have thought themselves invincible. Above the Thalmor, above the Dominion, above their precious empire and its laws. Its concordats. They now find themselves hanging from trees, their decrepit husks wasting away amidst near-endless blizzard. Enjoy your stay in this fair city.
How many Altmer in Bruma?
Next, you'll be telling me, my, oh my, not many Guar in Bruma.
You're a pompous
Scales
prick,
of Oriel, thanks for telling me that. I'll be sure to tell all my friends. Put up posters, even.
There's a reason people hate you, Talmor assholes. You'll pay for this one day. You'll pay. What is the Red Guards? High Rock? I think it's High Rock. How you faring there, huh? I hear they're beating your asses day in, day out. Fuck you guys. We're locals think of you. I bet they hate you just like I do.
Not highly of me, I suppose.
No surprise.
Then again, the feeling is mutual.
So you remember the Talmor?
No, I just wear the uniform for fun. Yes, of course I am. I'm here to protect the Aldmeri interests in Bruma, and ensure that the terms of the White Gold Concordat are upheld. Important, given that we're so close to Skyrim and its rebellious little Nords.
How about we cut out the verbal sparring and have a civil conversation?
To hear you speak of civility is somewhat disarming, considering our environs. This city is filled with uncultured louts who I suspect would quickly turn on each other for an ancient bottle of mead. Given that you at least have the vocabulary and mental faculties to understand the concept of civil society, yes, let us speak. But be quick about it. Disarming lack of incorrigible idiocy aside, you are still not my idea of a scintillating conversationalist.
What are the real goals of the Talmor and Bruma?
I will put it in simple terms, so perhaps you might understand.
Everything you've been saying has been in simple terms, man.
The
You don't have as wide a
Dominion
vocabulary as
signed an
you'd like to
accord with
think
the
you do.
Empire, known as the White Gold Concordat. That accord guarantees the Dominion, and by extension the Thalmor, that Talos worship shall be outlawed. We are simply here to ensure that the Empire does not renege on that commitment.
Don't you feel guilty about persecuting people because of their beliefs? It's not right, man.
Guilt. Why should I feel guilt?
Why
I'm a
shouldn't
Thalmor
you?
Justicia, yes, but the Aldmeri Dominion is not a single consciousness. This empire is a political entity. It has committed untold acts of persecution and genocide in the past. One need only have a cursory knowledge of the Tiber Wars and imperial history to know this to be true. Tiber Septim, the man god so many Nords and Imperials love to revere, was himself guilty of the sins you attribute solely to the Dominion. But I digress. I am a soldier of the Thalmor, and I carry out the duties assigned to me by my superiors. If your goal is to make me feel guilty for enforcing dictates which your own emperor signed into law, then I'm afraid you will enjoy precious little success.
Here's the little thing for you. Most emperors, generally, having an emperor is a terrible thing. It generally works out bad for the people. So blindly following orders that they would give you without thinking about whether it's moral or not, you're just fucked up. All you're down more are. You have no reason. You can't think for yourselves. You're pathetic. You are pathetic. Tell me about yourself and why you are so pathetic.
No. If anything fruitful is going to come of this conversation, it will not be the sentimental exchange of life stories. Suffice it to say that I am a Thalmor Justicia operating in Bruma. My identity outside of that is entirely irrelevant.
Do you enjoy enforcing the Concordant, then?
I haven't given it very much thought.
Of course you haven't. I just
My
explained this.
enjoyment is irrelevant. I have a role within the Thalmor, and the duties which go along with that. I have fulfilled and will
They're not
continue to
justified.
fulfill that which is asked of me to the best of my ability. Again, my enjoyment, or otherwise, is irrelevant.
Why the attitude?
I am Altmer. I was born and raised among the wizard lords of Alinor, and now I am posted to a frigid squat filled with brutes and drunkards. That doesn't exactly lend itself to a warm disposition. Does that make things any clearer?
That doesn't justify being so unpleasant.
Nor does ignorance justify obstinance. But that lesson evidently hasn't trickled down to many residents of this frosty backwater. Oh well, I suppose a Khajiit can't change its spots just like that. But yes, to put a long story short, we are all products of our environment, are we not? I thought you'd never leave.
Oh look, an infant. How quaint.
I'm going to murder every one of you Talmor assholes one day. You just wait. I can't wait till the day. No. Scriptures of Saint Martin. I wish I could steal those legally, which is essentially take them. But I can't. But I wish I could.
Watch your back outside the city walls. We can't be charging to your aid if a timber wolf catches your scent.
What timber wolf? Oh. I'm worried about no wolves, man. I don't care what kind they are. It's a wolf. I got 3 homies with me.
Heard there were beasties around. Be careful, traveler.
Oh man, I hate beasties. They're just as bad as criminals because they're beasties.
Nice.
It is nice.
Needing an inn? Go to the Giral View. There's another tavern in town, the Restful Watchman, but it has a bad reputation.
You won't vouch for that one, I understand. That guy has a nice house. This is the nice house portion of town. These people make bank. Let's see, what should we do? We got a few things to do out there. Let's keep it within the city. For County Bruma. Sophia, your horse is still something. I wonder what happened to my other horses. I bought like 3. Yeah, I bought 3. I have 1.
Hello.
I think the one got killed by the vampires at one time. This place is packed. I want to find the other one.
I sell the finest horses in Bruma. Well, the only horses in Bruma, but nevertheless the finest.
What is it? That's
Hail,
circular
traveler.
reasoning. Hail. Hello.
You're back. Have you played back the Memory Gems recording for the captain?
Yeah, he didn't
When is he arresting
care.
that damnable innkeeper?
He didn't care about that unfortunate event you went through, that gangbang. Unknowingly. He didn't care. He didn't care. The guard captain said there's nothing in there that can be used against Bentio.
Zarx's backside. I'm leaving this awful town. I've had enough of this cretinous Cyrodiil. I'm returning to Alinor. At least there I'm not assailed by lustful lizards.
No, you don't have to react that way. I could help you, man. I was already planning it out. I can kill these people. I think they're terrible.
I'm proud of my ancestry, as should all Nords be.
Oh.
Something you need?
Why are you
Can
leaving,
I help
man?
you?
Can I help you?
Oh no, please
Greetings.
stop.
I'm Ambry the Bard. In the mood for a song?
Can I help you?
Not many red guards in Bruma.
You're right. There aren't. It doesn't surprise me. The biting chill up here is a far cry from the golden sun of Hammerfell. Far cry from the lukewarm of the rest of Cyrodiil, too, now that I think about it. Doesn't bother me as much as most. Then again, I spend most of my time in my house, with a nice warm hearth to keep me cozy.
What brings you to Bruma?
Skingrad didn't have as many lucrative opportunities as I would have liked, so I got thinking, how can I make my fortune? One of my friends, a Nord guy by the name of Nolir, he was insane for meat. Put a steak in front of his face and throw it all the way to Coral. He'd run after it like a rabid dog. He gave me the idea. I thought to myself, if the Nords love meat so much, why not cater directly to that need? Cut out the innkeeper, middleman, and let the Nords come to a dedicated butcher? And so I did exactly that.
That's a good idea. So how is business then?
So. I mean, it's good, and I'm earning a decent living, but I guess I expected more. Here in Bruma, the most Nordic place in all Cyrodiil, I expected my meat to be selling by the bucket load. Nords and their appetite for meat and all. Seems what I didn't consider is that the Nords love meat just as much as they love fighting. They'll go out and strangle a deer to death, which you can probably guess undermines my business somewhat. Still, I'm doing all right for a butcher.
Interesting.
Farewell.
So who do we have to speak to in the basement? A bathhouse.
Ah, another patron of this fine bathhouse. Please come in, come in. Ah, someone else who desires a relaxing bath, yes? Welcome to the bathhouse, fair patron. So, to whom do I owe this pleasure?
I'm Lyra.
An excellent name. I get the feeling that you and I are about to become good friends indeed, yes?
I don't know.
I call myself Bathes in Murky Waters, though friends call me Bathes, for I enjoy bathing in baths very much. These are dark times for the Empire, wouldn't you say? It still has not recovered from the Great War. And now, once again, it appears it will descend into turmoil. The Dominion are increasing their presence. And I hear rumors, whispers on the wind, of insurrectionist groups agitating against the current government. Some of the political families of Cyrodiil are even vying to place themselves upon the Ruby Throne. What say you to that, friend?
The Empire won't last much longer. That's clear as day.
Yes, but I wonder if there might be hope yet for the Empire without its median overseers holding it back. Now, friend, tell me honestly, and remember we are friends here in this most innocuous of public places. What do you truly think of the Median Empire?
Now, see, I'm kind of actually torn on this because they didn't, if I remember correctly, they didn't have a whole lot of option. But personally, rather than bowing down to somebody, I would die. They betrayed us.
I agree, and they cannot withstand the chaos ensuing from it. The rebellion in Skyrim, the public bitterness. But the Empire is greater than its current median rule, and it cannot be allowed to collapse, no. There must be change, yes? There must be revolution. Do you not agree?
I do agree with that. I think it's a good thing if done properly. So, yes, I agree. It must survive, but just not in its current form.
Ah, then. We are two people of the same thinking. Two allies cut from the same cloth, yes? Here, take this. I think you may find it greatly enlightening. I trust you will read it with great care. And now, my friend, I must depart. I am sure we will see each other again.
You're gonna drown, Siri. Stop it.
Vines, put something on, will you?
This is a bath.
A riveting conversation we had in the bath, yeah?
It was. I actually want to read this right now. I greatly enjoyed our conversation today in the bathhouse. The topics we covered elicited very interesting responses, even if I do say so myself. The conclusions you drew were truly revolutionary. If you seek to further this revolutionary cause and preserve the sanctity of our waters, you should come to Anvil, to the Undertow Tavern. A true revolutionary awaits there, and will help you to cause a real splash. Oh man, I don't think I can go there right now.
But follow the advice in the note.
Oh, in oblivion,
it'll help you make
When people think of wood elves, they usually think of trees, but not me. I'm a little too embarrassed to say what comes to mind.
It is times like these that one craves sugar.
Who is it you're complaining about?
His name is Renard, even toned. Damned fool apparently thinks he's the divine's gift to singing. He's terrible, and he's loud. You can hear his terrible performances from the streets. It's getting very irritating. The beggar, Rente, has shown a particular interest in getting Renard to shut up for some reason. You could go speak with him. Perhaps he'd even pay you.
Alright then. Are you a hunter?
Yes, indeed. This one labors long and hard to earn his keep. Hunting can be tiring, exhausting, but this one must press on. Although... this one is feeling a bit lazy today. What if you were to bring him some bear pelts instead? He will pay you well.
That's easy enough. Yeah, I'll do it.
Excellent. Just return to this one when you have, oh, say, 10 of the pelts.
No problem.
You wish to speak?
Can I help you?
Yes. Adius Villius mentioned you're wanted for thievery?
This one has been falsely accused of stealing from Icewind Traders, the general store. They tell him he has stolen their hides, and that he is selling them at his stall. This is false. This one has done nothing of the sort. In fact, perhaps you could help. Adius Villius is the captain of the guard here in Bruma. If you speak to him, perhaps he will change his mind. This one fears he considers him a dirty thief and will not hear his pleas.
I don't have enough information to make this decision justifiably. If I say this, it may piss him off and he won't want to talk. If I help, he may continue being a thief if he is a thief. Oh boy. I will help. I will speak to him.
Thank you. May you eternally walk on the warmest, glistening sands. These pleasantries please you, yes? Then Khajiit will continue.
Yes, I'm listening.
Does that unequip rings and stuff? It does. So why does every time I equip these things, it like I get less and less magic and stuff from it?
Damn it!
Yeah, you're in my way.
The name's Yotra. I keep the place clean and tidy for our customers and guests, and cook the
The Hall of the Champion. A champion for the Champion of Cyrodiil is open every day from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. except on Sundays when it's closed early at 6 p.m. Come and see the wondrous artifacts of the Champion. Entry is free, while special exclusive tours cost only 20 septims, 10 for children and the elderly. Where is that?
meals that we're so renowned for.
Welcome to the General View, the finest eatery in Bruma and Old Tamriel. If you're in need of a room, please speak with our owner and proprietor, Stantis Valeria. Food and drink are served by both Stantis Valeria and his co-proprietor, Hjorta Valeria. General View in staff.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Speaking of which...
Protect and serve is what we do.
That's good. I don't know where the museum is at. Or it's closed right now, but I would like to know anyways. Who's down here? Oh.
I plan to learn how to juggle one day.
Recruiting. Okay, hold on here.
Respect
I didn't.
the law. Respect yourself.
Shut up. I'm self-reflection. I'm reflecting right now on things. I didn't notice right away that she told me to put up recruitment posters. All right. So this is bullshit because I asked to join the guild specifically twice. They have 2 members. They have 2. She still said no 2 times. But then she's like, "But you can go ahead and go put these up." All right. Thank you, Siri. But hold on. I'm kind of pissed right now about this dumb bitch telling me that they don't have any room to recruit new people. And then she wants me to go put up posters to recruit new people. This is unacceptable. I cannot stand for this. Alright, but I probably will. Alright, what I'm assuming is going to happen here is that we are not going to be able to join the Fighters Guild right now.
You?
I think that we'll be able to join the guilds when the full mod these guys are doing is completed. And who knows when that will be. But I think that's gonna be the case. That we're just here, we can do quite a few quests and explore around it and enjoy it, which I'm all for. And I'm perfectly fine waiting to not being able to join anything right now. That's fine. Because the quests will expand beyond Bruma, so actually joining them right now wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'm putting these posters up. Alright, I'm talking myself into what I want it to be. And I don't want to be betrayed. I better not go in there one day and they have like 8 people now all of a sudden. Oh, they're not flying the handle. So this is the low life place, huh? Well, it looks pretty lowly.
Can I help you?
Yep, this is definitely one of those shitty taverns from Oblivion. This is what they were like.
Can I help you?
And there's never anybody
What
in
is
this.
it?
I think I need to go to bed after all this
The
walking.
Restful Watchman.
Here to join
Rooms and food, that's what we do. What do you need?
This place is filthy. Seems to be full of undesirables, meaning you and this dude.
Then go over to the Gerald View if it suits you better. Me, I think this inn has more character than Mr. Stantis Fancy Pants' little establishment.
I tasted each of this year's wines.
You much trouble in here?
Seems to me you're starting trouble asking questions like that. This is a fine establishment. We don't pretend to be more than we are, though. Now, what can I get you?
Heard any rumors?
Alamu Nethre, dark elf girl. She's wanting adventurers to help her with something. Not sure what.
I believe I deserve a little rest.
Interesting. Oh wait, no. Yeah, she talked to me already. Senator Deal has left. No charges can be brought against you.
Ah, that's good to hear. Thank you. Here, take a little bit of coin on the house. And have this. It's a leftover memory gem that one of the guys took out of the elf's pocket when he was passed out on the floor. Might fetch a decent sum.
Oh, you guys are shitty people. I'm gonna listen to that. Heard anything about stolen Ekavari heirlooms?
I don't tend to gossip about my patrons. Bad for business, you know.
Do it.
Especially when you're in my line of work.
Just tell me. Don't want any legal complications.
Well, true enough. There's this Breton guy who comes through here every now and again. Sleaziest guy I've ever seen. Except for me, of course. Got a reputation to maintain, you know? Name's Etienne. Or something like that. Anyway, he mentioned something to do with Akaviri trinkets while we spoke. Mentioned wanting to sell them, or something. I guess he's your man.
Where can I find this Etienne?
I don't know. Listen, do you really think I'm going to tell you everything about my customers? That's a sure way to get run out of this business.
Don't play dumb with me, Bantior. We're both smarter than that.
Not going to happen.
Answer me, or you lose more than your patrons.
Listen, you want me to tell you so badly? Make me. I'm not budging until I've been forced to, legally. You know what I'm getting at, I assume.
This one calls you friend.
You here to do business? Farewell.
To fail at a simple job like that. No way it was just a coincidence. There must have been. Oh, hello. What are you looking at? Speak.
What were you mumbling about?
That's none of your...
It is. Tell me.
I suppose there's no harm in telling you now. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to help. I'm a mercenary. Been one for years now, and I don't often fail a job. But this last time, I did fail, but not through any fault of my own.
Let me guess. You need a hero. No, that's too... Is there anything I can do to help? No. Tell me more.
I'd been hired by some anonymous noble to clear out a cave full of bandits near Bruma. Offered some nice coin, too. My wife came with me. We were battle partners. Things were going well until we were ambushed. Bandit reinforcements showed up out of nowhere, flanking us the way we came. They bound us and gagged us, left us disarmed and defeated. They left with my wife and left me to die. I managed to escape my captivity, but when I got back to the cave, they'd gone. All of them, including my wife. I've been searching for her damn near a whole year now. No success.
I'll help you.
Praise Malakath. Once you turn up something solid, let me know. I'll be here. The best place to start is probably the castle. Ask the nobles, see if they know anything.
The prey approaches. This one calls you friend.
Why? Crouches in crevices. That's an interesting name. So... There's a lot of quests here.
Can I help you?
A lot of intrigue. Gort.
My weapon wants a temperin'. Things want a killin'. Fetch me 3 iron ingots to temper my weapon in my book of killin' so I know who needs killin'. Then I'll give you gold.
What? Do you always greet people this way?
Only when my weapon wants a temperin' and things want a killin'.
Consider it done.
Good. My killin' arm's itching to do more killin'.
What the fuck? You better not be like...
Needing an inn? Go to the Giral View. There's another tavern in town, the Restful Watchman. But it... well...
It's just not a nice place. Yeah.
Well deserved.
I know. I just came from there. I know all about it. I'm gonna be the first recruit they have. You know, I noticed that since we've been here, we've been talking to people basically for like 2 days straight.
You know what's even more satisfying than arresting a criminal?
Killing them.
Seeing them rot in a cell.
Torturing them. Stabbing their eyeballs out with knives and stuff. Some real sick shit like that. But you don't feel bad about it because they're criminals. I guess I wouldn't want to do it personally. I'm fine with it happening. I don't want to do something like that. I think it would be very unsettling. Not for me.
I've heard of you. The traveling master smith, right?
That is me.
Can you forge me one of your legendary weapons?
God, I'm a legend.
Thank you.
Very well. Ask away.
You know what, Siri? If I could marry you as well as Sophia, I'd do it. Actually, I'd probably prefer you first, because I know you from The Witcher. But No. This isn't the right place.
I'm not in that much of a hurry.
That's good. Neither am I. Hence the no sprinting. White Pine Lodge. Wonder what's in there. I returned, bitch. Has your other only member learned to fight any better? I think there's a downstairs to this place, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, there's not. Where's the other guys sleep? Get up.
What is it?
I put up the posters. You don't even take your helmet off when you sleep. Man, you're weird.
Excellent. Not exactly usual Fighters Guild work, but critical if we're to grow our services. Unfortunately, the posters probably won't last long. Rough weather. Oh well. Here's your coin. Friend? Goodbye, friend.
According to the head of the choral branch of the Fighters Guild, Philippa Petros, the Imperial Institution has finally stretched its wings and begun the construction of its first countryside guild halls. Oh. When asked why the guild was now looking to expand its horizons, Petros quoted, "The Fighters Guild always has strived to provide the best service to its clients, no matter the difficulty of the endeavor. Alas, our presence in the countryside has recently dwindled, and those who need our help the most go unheard. Starting today, the Fighters Guild will hear their calls, and we will answer." The guild is expected to face very few problems in this new endeavor, as the expenses for the project are subsided by the Empire using funds previously allocated to new priories and woodsmen lodges, and should prove to be far more beneficial than either of the above. For more information, see Philippa Petros in the subject. God, why can't I read? I just
Hail,
give
friend.
up. No, we are not friends. I don't like you. And I don't like your other person here. Who apparently has to, I don't know. Oh, wait. Nope, not trying that. Not fooling me. Oh, there he is. You're one other member. Wait. There's two.
Name's Ionala. Ionala Darkheart. Best archer in Bruma, and perhaps all of Cyrodiil.
Sophia, it's your long-lost sister. What do you do around here?
I offer archery training, for a price, to any who wish to learn and fight for coin and glory. Other than that, what more is there to do? Other than drink some fine ale at the tavern, of course.
You seem quite proud of your skill as an archer.
As I should be. Archery is something of a tradition in my family. My great-grandma Etla, they say she killed a man from over 300 yards.
That's
Talk
impressive
about a
as
good
fuck.
shot.
That does sound like a good shot.
Only a shot a Darkheart could produce. One day,
please. I can
I'll
do
beat
it.
that record. Until next time.
Until next time. Alright, so.
well.
She's
Ask
probably
away.
competent, but, the other dude, no. He is not. He's not worthy. I also don't find your leader to be a worthy person. I find her to be kind of a bitch. Okay.
Of course.
Let's go talk to some nobles, I guess. They're probably all sleeping. What time is it? It's almost morning.
What's this?
Snowberries. And all. They're not from anywhere.
We're so close to Skyrim.
As you'd
I'm
almost
surprised the
be.
war hasn't spilled down here yet.
Perhaps it will. Once I decide to take part in that war, it's all over. That's gonna be a while. I plan on finishing everything at this place before we even go back to Skyrim. But that could always change. Probably not this time, though. Probably not this time. Oh, man. Well, there's not as many as I thought initially. Right away, I thought there was like 12 of these things. It's like, oh, God. Wake up.
I'm Sinja. Sinja Strongmind. I'm one of the nobles of County Bruma.
Sophia.
Is there anything I can help you with?
You must know this lady. Do you know of any nobles that hired mercenaries recently? I see that coin pouch back there. You're trying to hide it. You can't hide that from me. I see that.
I heard of 2 raids on bandits in the last few months. There was Operation Strong Arm, and another. The other one was on Amidas, if memory serves. But Strong Arm was my idea. Afraid that's all I can remember, though. Things move quickly here in the castle.
Where were the bandits holed up?
They were holed up in plundered mine, as far as I remember. More have probably moved in by now, sadly. I swear, bandits breed faster than skeevers in a keck of Blackbriar.
Interesting. Who did you hire for the raid?
I hired just some common, everyday mercenaries, really. Nothing particularly special about them, as far as I recall.
Was the raid successful?
Yes, it was. The bandits were cleared out, and the ringleader killed. Minimal casualties on their side.
Farewell. Can I help you? Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Shit, I can't get in there. I could cons command my way in. Hey guard, I need a key.
I've been through a lot.
I know you have.
Heard bandits have set up and plundered mine. Damn brigands. We clear them out, they always come back.
Not when I get them. I'll get them bad dudes. I'll get them real good. Wake up.
Can I help you?
Do you know of any nobles that hired mercenaries for a bandit to raid last year?
An interesting question. We keep records of expenses from members of the Bruma court, especially the times it's coming out of our treasury. However, we don't give this kind of information out to anyone who so much as asks. Why do you want to know?
Ooh. My speech isn't that high. I'm investigating a kidnapping on suspicions of foul play.
Truly? I see an honest glint in your eye.
Good.
I think you're telling the truth. Well then, I will get you any information I can from the records.
Thank you.
One moment while I go check them. You just wait around here.
So now we wait.
Check the records. There was one account of Afana Idici hiring some mercenaries. Well, I've checked the records. There was one account of Afana Idici hiring some mercenaries for a job similar to your description last year. She spends a lot of time around the castle. You can go speak to her if you wish. Out of memory, there was another who hired some mercenaries for a bandit.
Don't go to sleep. Stop.
Too. It was Simon Courtier. Yeah, that's the one. Not too sure on the details. I'm going off of memory here.
I'm going to sleep now.
Recorded in the books. Huh. Strange. We usually keep thorough records. Well, anyway, I hope I was of some help. But that's all I know, and all the books know. Best of luck with your investigation. I can handle most smaller matters. Try not to bother the Count unless it's important. He's a busy man.
Bentior won't tell me anything without legal pressure.
Perhaps go speak with the guard captain. I'm afraid such things are out of my hands.
He's useless, man.
Bye.
You, stop. God damn it. I'll find you later. I'll find you. And I will kill you.
Welcome to Castle Bruma, seat of County Bruma, jewel of the Geralds and all Cyrodiil.
Wait. Whoever was in here before besides him is gone now. So we can follow. Ah.
Oh, look, an infant. How quaint.
Oh, shut up, dude.
Hello, I am Afana Adichie. I'm part of the Bruma court. Rather
Hello.
high-ranking in it, too. Anyway, is there anything you needed?
Mind your step.
I am Marcius Carvane, Viscount Bruma, at your service.
I can't talk to people
Have you
who are
read
sitting
my
down.
book by any chance?
Goodbye.
What can Viscount Bruma do for you?
You guys need to get out of the chairs.
Can I help you?
Someone
Can I
else
help
is using
you?
this.
Can I help you?
You wish to speak?
Oh my god. I do wish to speak, but nobody is gonna let me.
Greetings.
This is my chair. I will wait.
Hello.
Oh, my subjects. I would eat, but you guys won't let me. You say I'm stealing. Even though I've earned a spot on this council. That place will never have a food again. You fools. Man, I would like to read all those, but it'll take so much time. And I'm already got a little bit tired. Well, can I steal these and put them in my
I wonder why
house?
the Dunmer are called Dark Elves. It makes them sound really evil.
I disagree. They're actually my favorite race.
Civilian?
They just can't look as sexy as the Bretons, in my opinion. I like the Bretons.
What is it?
If I want a sexy character, I make a Breton. If I
Hello.
want my favorite type of character, I make a Dark Elf.
Good morning.
Hello.
If I make my most hated kind of player,
Yes.
Good morning.
what is my
Good
least
morning.
favorite? I don't really. I guess I don't have one. Because you always end up being whatever you want anyway.
Word coming down from Skyrim is that a Dragonborn has emerged. Wonder
Damn
who it
right.
could be.
It is me. You want me to show you? I'll shout all over your face.
Hello.
Nah, I'm not really a
What do you
Dragonborn yet.
need?
I haven't got that far. I should. Damn it! I should have done that. They probably would have let me through the gate. Actually, if I had just went to the Greybeards. Instead, I had to murder them all.
Hello.
But it had to be done. They're Imperial dogs, scum, whatever you wanna give them, tell them, call them. Would you guys be done eating, please?
What is it?
I need
Do
to
you
have
need
conversations, and I'm not allowed to have conversations with you whilst you eat. I shall sit on this throne. I told you all in the last episode that I would take over the throne of Bruma. That. Oh, I can't look at that. It's not centered. God damn, I hate when things aren't symmetrical and centered. Ugh. Like, sends chills down my spine. That is my only gripe so far. That is not centered. We read that. Thank you, Siri. I like when you smile. I like your face. That's my only gripe so far, is that. If I look at it from this way, no. That's not perfectly centered. Oh yeah, it is. No, it's not. I don't know. No, I don't know. I can't look at it. I can't deal with that right now. Man, you guys have a lot of books. My bookshelves at home can't get this full. This isn't fair. This looks beautiful. Actually, when I first played Morrowind, I picked Argonian, and it was the best thing ever. You guys are still eating? Fuck this. I'm going to the museum. I'll see y'all later. Oh, wait, I can talk to you. Oh, you. The useless, worthless guard captain.
Want my advice? Always carry a good stock of potions and restoratives around with you.
Sure, I
know
do.
when you'll be lying on the ground, bleeding out.
Trust me, I know well enough about these things. Can we talk first before we move on? Can we talk about the charges leveled against Dartakto?
He's accused of stealing from Icewind traders. What of it? Ah, wait. Don't tell me he roped you into having the charges dropped. He's been trying that tactic a lot recently. I have sympathy for the cat, being accused like this while the bigger fish swim free. What can I do? I have to enforce the law.
Did you ever get evidence against Dartakto?
No, but Cetus made the accusation. I don't know what you expect me to do, but I can't just drop charges on a whim like this.
Can you really arrest someone based on one person's word? Seems kind of sketchy to me, man.
You have a point. Your word, along with Dartakto's, is one more voice than Cetus has on his side. Very well. Consider the charges dropped. However, I'm afraid it does come with some strings attached. You can't drop charges like this and return things back to the way they were. Consider the charges dropped. But Dartakto will be evicted of residency in Bruma. No way I can get away with dropping these charges without people starting to ask questions about how fit I am to be guard captain. It's no secret he's a thief, but he's about as close to a good thief as you can get without reading a children's bedtime story. Tell him I'm sorry. I was sort of fond of that cat. Well, felt strange to say that. Anyway, you should probably go tell Dartakto the bittersweet news.
That's kind of a sad ending for that. Bentior won't tell me anything without legal pressure.
Bentior wants legal pressure. Well, I think we can certainly accommodate him there. Take this. A letter with my signature. Show it to him and he's sure to change his tune.
Ah, yes. Can I talk to people now? Are people ready to speak up to me? Where did the dumb bitch go? God damn it. I'm gonna track her down.
Welcome to Castle Bruma, seat of County Bruma, jewel of the Gerals and all Cyrodiil.
And all Cyrodiil. Who's over here? You can't hide from me. Oh, I tried talking to you earlier and you didn't want to.
Hello there.
Do you know of any nobles that hired mercenaries recently?
Yes. There was Strong Minds operation. That's about all I can remember, though.
But Zinnia mentioned another raid on Amadeus. A raid wasn't the only one.
Nothing that I recall. Apologies. Farewell. Greetings.
I'm here to uphold the law. I advise you not to break it.
Oh. I advise you to not give me orders. It's advisable. Let's go find this other lady before we leave. I have a feeling we're gonna have to like pick between people. Oh, and I always hate that because you never have enough information. You never do. No, you're not the one. You.
Good morning.
What do you do here?
Do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I suppose I don't really do anything in particular. I mean, I help out the Count when needed, of course. My father owned land outside of Bruma, and after some lucrative business with the Carvanes, became well respected. I inherited what he owned when he passed, and, well, here I am. Oh, but I do love conversations like this. Feel free to come back and chat about it again sometime.
No, thank you. Do you know of any nobles that hired mercenaries recently?
Let me think. There was one raid Simmond organized last I remember. Never mentioned it to me. Always been a quiet fellow, but I saw it in his journal.
Do you remember when the raid was?
No, truth told. Though I imagine you could just check Simmons' journal if you wanted to do that. I obviously couldn't endorse such behavior, though. Goes without saying, I suppose.
Though you did it, so you don't really care. You were reading his journal?
Well, yes. He's one of those mysterious men, you know? Just has an aura about him. Piques a lady's interest. You can't blame me for peeking in his journal, I hope. We all have our vices.
Yeah, but that's not a good one. That should be taken care of. You should be jailed, really, but you're helping me out here, so I'll let it slide. I won't mention it. Besides, Captain Guard's useless anyway, so there you go. Do you not remember the raid Sinya Strongmind pushed for?
Oh, yes, I do. Operation Strong Arm, they called it at the time. Sun's Dawn, I think.
We're gonna find Sinman's journal.
In his quarters, of course. Though you may need a key to get inside.
Something makes me think you have that key.
Well, maybe I do. I'm a terrible liar. Okay, I have one. But I obviously couldn't give it to you now, could I? Unless you could always do me a favor.
I knew it. Here, what is the favor?
Here's what we'll do. I'll give you the key to Simmons' quarters, and you can do whatever you wish. But in return, you have to leave this note in his drawer. No need to read it. It's sentimental.
I'll do it. Hand that key over.
Oh, fantastic. Here you go. I eagerly await your return.
It's been all right.
I'm gonna read this note.
Very funny.
If this note says, hey, this person with this name came in. If you're like talking shit about me in this note, break the seal. I've been smitten with you since the very moment I first laid my unworthy eyes upon you. You possess an air of mystery, so palpable and yet so vague. I simply want to reach out and touch it, and to unravel it. Yet its vagaries continue to perplex me. If you wish to grant me the rare pleasure of unraveling your mystery, meet me in my quarters at 9 next Thursday night. I'm sure to be an unforgettable experience for us both. Your inquisitive girl. I found out. That wasn't what I was thinking. But, I think she's talking more about murder. And less about banging.
Right?
Why would I put it in this? You think this guy ever goes in here? The Nern?
Save the Nern Theater. The threatened closure of the Nern Theater, an outrageous affront to the sensibilities of the cultured, is simply the latest blow in a string of intellectual and artistic attacks from a ferociously pro-Colovian regime. That the current establishment has openly withdrawn funding from such a historic centerpiece is nothing short of a willful purge of Nibonese influences in our once great capital city. Gone are the shining performances of the Actors Guild, its members disappearing into the arms of far-flung patrons. No longer will we hear the cheers and cries of the crowds held in rapture as masters of their craft dance and sing before them. This decision, to end the existence of one of the last shining jewels of imperial majesty, will sound the death knell of color and joy in our once great city. Sound your fury, citizens of the imperial city, and let the Medes know that this time they have gone too far. Would you rather see your children brought up on blood and gore of the arena, or the heroic tales of Topal the pilot? He flew the first plane. Amazing. No engine, it just flew. Help save the Nern Theater today. Donate a few gold pieces. Fascist artist, art critic. The Nibin Herald, because a good story is more important. Agreed. Though I do like myself the arena. Steelish. The journal contains numerous irrelevant entries, including many referring to the unwanted affections of one Afana Adichie. Other mundane accounts, including shopping lists, grievances with the god Captain Adius Vilius, and the death of Lytharchus, the beloved house cat, to be brought here from his Nibonese home. I was not a separate sentence. One entry, however, even when skim reading, sticks out like a sore thumb. It's frostfall, and some orc mercenaries have come through the city looking for work. One of them's a brute of a man, the other a rather charming orcish dame. Even if only because of her good looks.
Oh.
Oh. I've given them a job. Curious to see how things will go. Drazar has always been one for surprises.
Wow. Not very good at doing voices. And usually when I try, that's what happens. I'm gonna tell you I didn't read your note if you ask. I did, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna lie about it.
Did you do it? Did you plant the note in Gordier's drawer?
You have a nice face.
I am aflutter with excitement.
Hey, Inigo. Yes, I have.
Excellent. Here, take a bit of extra coin. My treat. I can't wait until Simmond reads it.
Oh, dear Simmond.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All set?
Hey, Inigo. How's it going, man?
I am in your way. I am sorry.
Thank you for noticing.
Hello.
Hey, Sophia.
Be more careful.
Speaking of which... Uh-huh. Alright.
You don't want to talk. Until later. Yep, we'll just go with that.
Hello? What is it?
Hello, Sophia.
Goodbye.
3.0.
Good afternoon. Hello.
What about a certain raid on a Midas Orc mercenaries? Do they bring a bell?
What? No. No,
That's
of course
right.
not.
I
That's
know.
preposterous.
It is not.
Goodbye.
What mission are we doing? Tell Dumrag who you believe is responsible. Dumrag? Dumrag.
What is it?
I think I know. We're blaming that dude. He's lying about shit and he's sketchy. I don't trust the other lady either. God damn it, there's a note there. The museum pamphlet. Nightfall. There was a show on History Channel. It wasn't that good. They ruined it. They could have made it cool, but they didn't. They made it lame. They thought, oh, we can do this. We made Vikings, and everybody likes Vikings, which I do. And then I was excited for Nightfall. And then I was disappointed by Nightfall. Literally. Just, ugh. Ugh. Forgot about it. I don't know why that made me think about it, because I hated it. Forget. I never finished watching it. I just saw a few episodes and I was like, nah, this is shitty. You done fucked it up.
Have you seen my dad?
What's your name?
Was that kid's voice? That girl's? You sound way older than you are. Stop.
Stranger.
Mind your step.
God, I hate kids in this. Look at them. Look at their dumb faces. Look at those jowls. Where did you last see your dad?
Dad's a soldier in the Legion. He's always off with them, serving at some fort up in the mountains.
Well, he's probably dead. What does he look like?
He's big and tall with yellow hair.
Yellow? Or do you mean blonde? Or do you mean some other kind of color? Yellow? Have you ever seen anybody with yellow hair? They're generally Super Saiyans. And I don't think that'd be a good thing if there was a Super Saiyan around here. Where's your mother?
She works at the Geralview Inn. I don't think she likes it there, but she says she has to make ends meet. Whatever that means. Whose end? And why does he need meat in the first place?
What's her name?
Licinia Ironheart. She told me that she used to be called Licinia Prelius, but then she married Dad. Bye.
Goodbye. Wait, we can actually go in here. We can buy those iron ingots for that dude. We can get that out of the way.
Welcome. Lots of people resent their work, but if I don't have it, you don't need it.
It's kind
That's-
of gross that it's made out of dragon bones, but it does look good.
It's a pretty fancy looking steel sword. I dig it. Of Anarchy.
Farewell.
Return to Gort.
Well,
Gort sounds like a very Dungeons and Dragons-esque name. Makes me wonder what he's doing here. Who's this? Stop. Who are you?
Her bandits have set up and plundered mine.
Oh.
Damned brigands. We clear them out, but they always come back.
I hate to tell you this, man, but Adius has agreed to dismiss the charges against you.
Yes? This is wonderful news!
No. However, he has also been forced to evict you from residency in Bruma.
Thank you for all the help. Wait, what?
He said he had no choice. He did you as much of a favor as he could.
This one understands. He thinks. Broma citizens will have to do without their friendly neighborhood cat burglar. For now. But where will this one go now? His home has been taken from him, and the Geralds are not so hospitable for sleeping rough.
You could adventure with me.
An interesting proposition, honored friend. Allow this one a few moments to consider it. Oh, who is Tartardo kidding? Of course! It would be an honor to travel with you.
Nice. Let's go then.
Onwards, to gold, and perhaps less run-ins with the law.
Yay. I actually didn't want another follower with me, but I will I'll drop you
Stranger,
off somewhere.
have you seen my dad?
We already talked. You don't. Ugh. Man, we can have like a little personal army going around here pretty soon. Who are you? Oh, you're a beggar. You're poor.
The prey approaches.
Have a coin, beggar.
My most sincere thanks, honored friend.
You are very green. I like it. I've been told you're interested in getting Renaud to shut up.
I am. I try to be fairly humble, but sitting here day after day, not being able to hear myself think for the racket he's causing, well, it dries my scales. Why do you ask? Are you interested in helping? There certainly isn't much a lowly Argonian beggar could do.
What if I killed him? I'll talk to him.
Thank you very much. I am a beggar. I can't even afford a roof over my head, and I can barely afford to eat.
That's sad.
However, if you were to deal with Renaud, I can arrange for you to be paid.
I don't really need to be paid, but if you wish. I want to go to the museum. Where's the museum?
How do you do?
How do you do? Let's go, gang. Let's find this dude. Here he is.
Can I help you? Excuse me, but have you ever heard of the champion of Cyrodiil?
Of course. The champion. Well. No, never.
The champion of Cyrodiil is the recent Tamriel is still intact.
I know.
And yet you've never heard?
I want to hear the story.
The champion fought alongside Martin during the Oblivion Crisis back in the Third Era. They closed the Oblivion Gates and fought alongside the Blades during the Battle of Bruma, where they managed to shut down the Great Gate. The champion also killed Manca Camera, and with Martin's help saved the Imperial City from Daedric invasion. The champion is my inspiration, second only to Captain Bird. You know, the distant relative. I have a very large collection of Champion of Cyrodiil artifacts, my pride and joy, and I always want to expand.
This is the...
Perhaps one day you'll aid me in that pursuit, huh?
I'll help you right now.
That day isn't today.
Oh,
I need to track down another artifact first.
Gotta wait for the DLC.
Thank you for your time, and sorry for approaching you so abruptly. Sometimes my passion for the champion can carry me away. Sorry again. Hello? It's all for sale. Just let me know when you've made up your mind.
I'm here to see the museum.
Welcome to the Hall of the Champion, the only museum of the Champion of Cyrodiil in the Imperial Province. While some call it a place of learning, I imagine it as an altar to the champion's greatness. I offer exclusive tours of the museum with thrilling explanations of the significance of each artifact. Only 20 septims for a fantastical retelling of the champion's exploits.
Oh yes, I'd like the exclusive tour.
Thank you for your contribution. Now please, follow me.
Watch out for my companions. They take up a lot of space, and they don't get out of the way very well. Go.
Mind yourself.
Sorry, I'm trying to force you. Siri's stuck on the stairs, which causes Inigo to be stuck on the stairs. Sophia won't move. Oh man.
Can I help you?
Now I got you with me. Siri, no.
Well,
Feeling clumsy today?
No, apparently you are, man. Move.
what is it?
I'm pushing you
Mind your step.
so you can get on your path. Oh man, were these the champion's clothes?
Sometimes this one misses his old life in Bruma. Then he remembers the treachery of the Icewind Trader, and all of a sudden he feels a lot better.
Treachery. I like that. That is a good way to describe it. That was an amazing jump I did. There you go, I got you unstuck. See, I'm helping you, man, left and right.
Oh, goody, you're in for a treat. Our tour begins with the prison. The champion of Cyrodiil was discovered by His Imperial Majesty Uriel Septim VII in the Imperial Dungeon. These are the manacles which the champion wore. A priceless artifact, I assure you, which I acquired at a princely sum.
I'm sure.
The champion was with the Emperor when he was slain by the cowardly assassins of the Mythic Dawn. Such a shame. But without this grave incident, the champion would never have risen to prominence. This is a cuirass of Kvatch. It's not the actual cuirass the champion was rewarded for services to the city. But it was touched by the champion when they brushed by a guardsman on the way in. Kvatch was the first city saved by the champion during the Oblivion Crisis. They bravely entered the land of Daedra and broke the siege of the city. An ordinary piece of fabric. How could this be interesting? Must be a placeholder. Except it's not! The champion used this handkerchief to blow their nose while ascending to Cloud Ruler Temple. It was reclaimed by an old merchant during a trip to the ruins north of the city.
Nice.
Can you believe it? The essence of the champion, preserved for us to see and
God,
touch.
we should clone him.
Touching the handkerchief is 50 septims. Would you like to touch the handkerchief?
Yes.
There you go. Just touch it. Feel your hands caress it. So, what do you think?
It's sticky.
Yes, from the records I've studied on the subject.
Dude,
the
this is
champion
your
of Cyrodiil
fap
had
cloth,
a
isn't
terrible
it?
case of rock joint at the time. Caused them to blow their nose constantly. Anyway, let's move to the next display.
Nah, dude, that's where you jizz into that cloth.
Ah, now this is a treat. The Sword of Bird, my family's progenitor. Bird was captain of the Bruma Guard and fought alongside the champion during the Battle of Bruma. Ever since, my family has taken the name Birdsong to remember the great warrior from whom we stem. Touching the sword is 50 septims. Would you like to touch the sword?
Yeah.
That's right. Feel your hand stroke the metal.
I know you're just stealing
Now,
money from me, but that's
what
alright.
did you think of that?
It was the best sword I've ever stroked, and I've stroked a lot of swords.
Thank you. I feel much the same way. Unless that was sarcasm, I never quite grasped that.
Nope.
Unlike the sword, I do a lot of sword grasping when I'm bored. Anyway.
Oh, I bet
let's
you
move
do.
to
I
the
knew
next
that was your
display.
fucking fap towel, dude. I knew it.
Finally, here we have my most prized possession, the finger of the champion. Many
It's a
say
hand.
the champion disappeared after the crisis, but I know better. My theory is that the champion died following a great battle with a were-minotaur, a vampire, and a unicorn. Before the champion's body
Yep.
could be lost to the earth, it was carried away by woodland creatures at the behest of Kinnereth. Unfortunately, a band of Khajiit stole the body when it was being carried by a troop of squirrels. Before the body could be lost, an Argonian mercenary. Well, I won't bother you with the whole story. Just a theory of mine. However, if my theory is correct, then I have recovered one of the last parts of the body, the finger bone, and can present it to you today. The other display cases enclose other items that were owned by the champion. Swords, shields, brooches, silverware, all very exciting. I also sell Champion's Vigor, a potion distilled from the herbs the champion was said to consume each morning. And you can have a portrait painted of you with the champion's finger, but you need to give a week's notice. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Come back if you have any questions about the champion. What is it?
Is all this stuff actually real?
Are you questioning the honor of a
shit.
person? How dare you! Great, bye. Don't talk to me again. Hello?
Shit. He didn't like that at all. Yikes. Yakarils. Oops.
This one calls you friend.
You here to do business?
I have this letter from Adius.
What? Let me see that. Oh, damn. Fine, I'll tell you what I know.
Man, that's right.
Listen, I heard the thief had some dealings with some, fellow businessmen holed up in the Gerals. You'd probably call them bandits, though. I tell you, no respect for the profession these days. Here, just so I don't have to go sit in a cell again, I'll mark it on your map. Go take it up with them.
Thank you.
And by the divines, leave me alone now, alright? God.
Heard any rumors?
A little birdie told me that you're annoying me.
Oh, I see.
Bye.
Fuck you. I'm gonna trash your place.
Can I help you?
Hello.
You mind telling me some stories of your youth?
You bet I would. But I'm sorry if this comes across the wrong way, traveler, but, well, I'm poor. I'm no good for jobs anymore, and people aren't going to pay you for just existing. So, tell you what, you give me a couple of septims, and I'll regale you with some stories. Sound like a fair trade, stranger?
Yeah. Sure thing.
Thanks, stranger. Rare to see such a generous sort here in Bruma.
Tell me a story.
It was a bright, sunny Turdus and Whiterun Hold. I was hanging around Dragon's Reach, hoping to meet a rich noble lady and strike up a conversation. What can I say? I was young and naive. Imagine my surprise when out of the keep, instead of a noblewoman, comes a beautiful battle maiden, covered head to toe in beautifully crafted steel. She carried a huge steel claymore on her back, and I have no doubt that she'd have wielded it just as well, if not better, than any of the city guard. Paralyzed by panic, I remained silent, dared not to say anything to her, even as she was breathing in my face. She chuckled, then asked me if I was up for a challenge. Said there were some bandits in a local cave, marked it on my map, and challenged me to clear it out. Blinded by my own lust, I accepted. She handed me that glistening greatsword she carried on her back. I wasn't trained with a weapon, but I was strong. I could hold it, unlike most. She said she was impressed by that. So I took the greatsword to the cave she had described. Well, it was actually a mine of sorts. Ember Shard, they called it. I headed inside. Down the slope, I could just see, through the gloom, the red glowing eyes of a Dunmer. I assumed he was a bandit, but I wanted to be sure. Foolish and young, that was me. So, like a damned fool, I called out to him. "What are you doing down here?" I asked. He said nothing, but I saw his eyes narrow with anger in the dark. Then they got larger and larger, and I heard footsteps. He was coming towards me. I was done for. Then, all of a sudden, I heard a clink. The Dunmer had stepped on a pressure plate. And just like that, a whole pile of boulders came crashing down from the rafters and crushed him under them. That was one bandit dealt with. His screams as he died, and the sound of the rocks falling, attracted the attention of the rest of the bandits in the mine. I heard who I can only assume was their leader shout, in his typically guttural orcish voice. "Seems like we've got company, boys. Weapons out, eyes peeled. Let's go." I hid in the darkness, once again paralyzed by fear and doubt. Then an idea struck me. What if I made a trap of my own? I took the Battle Maiden's longsword and put it up in the rafters where the boulders were. I rearmed the pressure plate to the best of my abilities. Just as I was finished, the orc rounded the corner, as did a band of other brigands. One of them held a torch and waved it around to illuminate the whole entranceway. Soon enough, they saw me. That was it. My big moment. My life or my death. The orc saw the boulders on the ground. I can only assume he took it as a sign that the trap had already been triggered and was safe to stand on. And so he stood on the plate. That was his big mistake. The great sword came careening down from the rafters with a force the likes of which I'd never seen before. By the blessings of Stendar, it impaled him straight through the gut. He bled what looked like lakes full of blood, and no sooner had I blinked than he died. The rest of the bandits very close behind him tripped over his flailing feet as he fell. They went diving headfirst into the rocks that lay on the ground, and the blow on the head ended them too. It was then that the door opened behind me. My heart damn near stopped. The bandits wanted their retribution, I thought. My life's reached its end. But it was the Battle Maiden. She had realized I might have taken her joke seriously, and so she came to try to warn me before it was too late. She saw them all there, lying dead, including the orc who had the greatsword still sticking out of him. Her eyes widened in shock. Let's just say I was economical with the truth when explaining what happened during the encounter. It was then she told me she was one of the companions, an order of warriors based out of Whiterun. She said I had what it takes to be one of them, and so I joined up the next day. And that's the story of how a few happy accidents got me into a life of adventuring, I suppose. Funny the way the world works.
Talk to you later.
I will talk to you later. So those are pretty long stories, and I want to do. Hey, shut up. And I want to go do things.
I always miss the people I break up with.
Don't worry, we'll never break up. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna end this episode, but in the next one, we're gonna do some exploration. We've been doing a lot of dialogue. So let's change it up. Let's go kill some bad dudes and explore. Find some neat stuff. And undoubtedly, probably more quests. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll get it. Anyway, with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.